Last week on this channel, we made a strawberry cake using fresh strawberries. Please check the link above to watch after watching today's video. See you! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I layer up a cake and as well as how I decorate the cake. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Patty G's Cakes again, bringing you something interesting. If you're here for your first time, hello and welcome. You are going to love it right here. To all my returning subscribers who are always here to encourage me, thank you so much. I had you so much. On to what brings us here today. So, like I said earlier, I'll be showing you how I layer up a cake as well as how I decorate the cake. So first off, these are my cakes, all baked, looking nice, all trimmed. First, I applied a thin layer of Swiss Marine buttercream on my cake board so that the cake can stick on the cake board with no issues. Make sure it is centralized, and I also put some of the Swiss Marine buttercream in a piping bag. This is to make the layering easier for me. It makes it even and a lot clean and smooth. So I just fill up the gaps to make it nice and even. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, my dear friend, don't only come to watch, but please encourage me. Let's grow this channel together. Hit the subscribe button and do not forget to turn on your notification. Now, I am fine with the first layer. I am going to be putting the second layer. This is a chocolate cake. Please check the link above to see how I made this cake. So I poured a little bit of simple syrup on the chocolate cake because I don't want this to dry out when I put it in the refrigerator. So the simple syrup keeps it moist. Again, just like I did previously, I'm going to be putting in the Swiss Marine buttercream in a piping bag, and I'm going to be putting that over the chocolate cake. First, I create something like a dam or a border such that no buttercream can go out. Watch how I do this. I flatten it up, make sure it's nice and even. I'm done with this layer. On to the third layer. This is a butterscotch cake. Ooh, I know I make the best butterscotch cake. So spongy and so yummy. So at this point in time, I will be chrome coating the cake. The reason for doing this is to lock in all the crumbs to make sure when I come to decorate the cake or to cover the cake the second time, I have no crumbs around disturbing me. Watch as I do this. This is a Swiss Marine buttercream using brown sugar and a little bit of caramel flavor. This is to match the butterscotch cake. If you have watched right to this point, thank you so much for sticking with me. Continue to watch as I teach you how to crumb coat a cake and how to decorate this cake. Let me know in the comment section, are you a cake decorator? Are you going to be decorating your own cake for the fun of it? Again, if you want a professional, we are right here for you. But for the fun of it, just to try, just to learn, you can always do this at home by yourself. Let's continue to crumb coat. I use my bench scraper to scrape the sides of this cake to make it look nice and even and very clean, as well as to get the sharp edges. Once the side is done, I use the offset spatula to shape the top of the cake to get the sharp edge. Using the spatula, I kind of sweep the top towards me. Do not dent, just do it straight to get the sharp edges, and always clean the excess off. Now my cake is nice and chilled and ready for the final coat. To make life a lot easier and to make sure I have even covering all around the cake, I put the American buttercream in the piping bags. Again, this was a marbled cake, pink and lavender, so I did colored the buttercream 2 separate batches and I put them in the piping bag. I will be doing this method going round to make sure my marbling is neat and nice, and to make sure the buttercream is even on the cake. Watch as I do this. Once I have gotten to the top, I use my bench scraper to scrape the sides of the cake to make it smooth and even. If you find any holes in between, just fill it up with buttercream. Look through and continue to use the bench scraper to scrape it off. I do the same thing for the top of the cake. You want to make sure you have the marble effect on the top too. Again, please, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell such that when next I upload a video, you will be the first to watch. If you have watched to this point, thank you so much, and continue watching. See how I stop and check to make sure it is nice and neat. If there are any gaps in between, I fill the gaps up and I continue to bench scrape. Tell me what you think about this cake in the comment section. How is it looking so far for you? Let's continue to work on the cake. Fill in any gaps you find and continue to scrape the sides. Once I'm comfortable with the sides, I do the same thing I did when I crumb coated the cake earlier to get the sharp edges of the cake. Using the offset spatula, I take it to an angle and pull it towards me. When pulling, do not dig, just pull it up straight towards you. I think I am okay with the look of this cake. Just doing some finishing touches and the cake will be good to go. Now I took some gold luster dust, mixed it with a little bit of vodka and I sprayed it on the cake. Again, that is edible. There is no harm in it. This is just to give some gold effect on the cake. I also use some edible gold sheets to decorate the cake, just to give some extra shine. This is the final look of the cake after putting in the flowers and the rest of the beautiful decorations. Let me know if you like the final look of this cake. For the cake topper, I use a Cricut machine to create the cake topper. Let me know what you think about this cake. This is such a pretty cake. Isn't that so? Look at it, easy. And this is how it looks like inside. Tastes so good, tastes so great. Thanks for watching and don't forget, life can get bitter, eat cake and make it sweet. See you in my next video.